Now, okay, so welcome to Danji Design's Artist Interview Series. This is episode 4, and today we are joined by...
TekForce.
Hello.
Of course.
Yes. How you doing, man?
I'm well, man. I'm doing all right. Self-promotion already. I'm just off the bat, starting it up. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. This feels a bit surreal because we've already talked beforehand, but never mind. It's for the purpose of this video.
It's strange, man. I'm like, I don't know why we haven't done this before, but I think we just both been busy as I don't know what.
Yeah.
And, and our obvious time differences are a big factor. So I can't be like, hey, 9 o'clock my time, 4:30 in the morning your time.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's pretty insane because I've got quite a few people over in the States now, and I still can't come to terms with the fact that different states is different time zones. Because I'll register one time zone and then I'll talk to someone else and it'll just be like a few hours off bar, and I'm like, just can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, dude. You come back over here again, you're gonna be messed up.
No, don't remind me. Those flights were terrible. Having to transfer and then fly in the little shuttle plane thing between states. It's crazy. I do not miss it.
I can't wait to go over there.
Yeah, you need to come over.
That's one of the things we talked about extensively, man, is me coming over for a con, dude. But with you guys as cons, I don't know. I contacted like a few of them, but some of them I don't even understand what the con is about.
Yeah.
It was kind of confusing because it was like not really based on comic books, or it was, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I think this country's still fairly new to them because they're quite established in America. Yeah. But over here it's still kind of like a lot of the places don't really have music acts on and stuff. It's just focused around, I don't know, anime or whatever. It's quite all over the place. So.
Ah, okay. So it's kind of just new to the to the community, new to the area, and everybody's just trying to find their way through it like we have.
Yeah, I think like the main cities have had it established a lot longer, like London and Manchester and stuff. They've been, but if you go to America, pretty much like every sort of town or city or whatever has their own sort of con. So here it's getting there. It's kind of spreading out slowly. But yeah.
Well, I think what it is probably going to have to be more exposure, I guess. And I don't know how many artists concentrate on doing, going to England and concentrating on going to the UK, but I think we should all maybe concentrate on that, man, because that's some. God, they love hip hop so much, just hip hop, not even saying nerdcore as a subgenre, but they love hip hop and they're more accepting to all types of hip hop than even in our own country on a larger scale. So it would behoove us, man, to do it. Yeah,
well, I don't know, but if you know about the UK crowds, but we're pretty. You definitely know we're here when you're performing. Our feedback's pretty intense.
Yeah, man, it's pretty dope, and I hope to collaborate more. It's just that I've probably done a bad job on just networking really outside of the country. So that's one thing I've concentrated on. Obviously, that's why me and you are friends.
Yeah.
I'm working more on the outside market, man, and this is a big world. It ain't just the U.S., homeboy. If you're thinking that small, then that's not a good thing. You gotta. I have a vision of seeing the world, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be here my whole life. So.
Yeah, I think most people should look like that, just beyond their home comfort sort of thing.
You can blame Anthony Bourdain for that. Him eating everywhere in the world got me wanting to eat everywhere in the world.
Just following his footsteps.
Yeah. The Black Anthony Bourdain.
I'll remember that. I think we just dive straight in, but I haven't actually done the opening question yet.
Sure, man.
So, TekForce, introduce yourself and what is it that you do? even though we've just been talking for ages?
Well, I'm TekForce. I'm your friendly neighborhood MC. Been I've been in hip hop now for 10 something odd years, maybe 12 years. But I've loved hip hop my whole life. I do a music that some call Nerdcore, which focuses on a lot of aspects of sci-fi, anime, video games, that type of culture, and it puts it into a more musical environment that people can appreciate.
Yeah.
So that's me.
Okay. Cool. When did you first realize that you wanted to do music for a living?
Very good question. That's a good question, dude. Look at you.
Got some good questions.
Man, the good artist, good interview. I like this. Well, the first time that I realized that I wanted to do music was I was 15 years old, and my older brother had this this boombox, one of them old school boomboxes, and there was a group, and I don't know if you've listened to them, a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Have you heard of them? Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't even know why I said that, because at this point everybody should have heard it. Tribe Called Quest.
They should have.
Well, they had their album Midnight Marauders, and I was 16, I think, at the time it came out, and I heard this one track called Lyrics to Go, and everything about the album was great. But when I heard that, I said, "Man, I have got to do this. I have got to learn how to rap." Mm-hmm. It was a turning point in my music career. And after that point, I didn't even start rapping then, but I knew I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until maybe 02 or 03, now I think about it, that I actually I wrote my first song, and it was called Better Get a New Plan.
Okay.
And it was some real basic stuff, dude. I was I think the hook was you better watch me. I'm not your average man, and if you think I am, better get a new plan. I mean, it was just God. It was so basic, but it was my first rhyme, so I didn't have the complicated structures.
Yeah. That
I've learned today and stuff. So, yeah, man, Tribe Called Quest dude made me want to do it, and my love of hip hop started probably when I was 8. Man, my older brother once again was big into music. And he used to have tapes of LL Cool J and Run DMC.
Yeah.
And I would steal his tapes, and he'd be wondering where they went. He didn't have to look too far, because I was the one that had them.
Yeah.
And that just developed my love of hip hop, and it's never stopped, dude. That's my one true passion.
Awesome, man. That's a really good insight, actually. Not only was it a good question, but it was a good answer.
Well, you better know when you ask that question, you better have a good response, and you better be detailed with it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're supposedly doing music, can't be. I don't know. I just kind of found out about hip hop and just wanted to do it. That's not a good response.
No. Okay. So, apart from music and stuff that has obviously inspired you growing up, what are the things that you love doing as a kid and stuff that you think have influenced your career path outside of music?
Man, you are on point today. So what influenced, as a kid, what influenced me?
Yeah, just whatever you were into growing up, sort of thing.
Well, dude, I think I was talking about the love of sci-fi, man. I remember growing up, and God, you obviously know, anybody knows Tech knows I love Tron.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I had to be about 7 or 8 years old, and I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I think it came on the Disney Channel, and I was watching it with my dad, and I said, "Dad, I don't know what this is, but you have to record this for me." So, he said, "Oh, okay." He probably thought it was real weird.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm looking at dudes in blue tights running around throwing discs and stuff, but he taped it. So, and I remember it was a Saturday, and I guess everybody was gone. It was raining that day, and I popped the tape in. I don't know why I remember this so extensively, but then I watched it, and it changed my life, dude. And I kept watching it over and over. And I think it was at that moment, that kind of, well, that coupled with Star Wars.
Yes.
Because I'd seen Empire Strikes Back at, about that time at the movie theater. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't see the movies. I'm not that old, but I think I saw the video. I saw that, and God, there's so many influences, cartoons. Dude, I watched DuckTales and Darkwing Duck and God, I remember the real Ghostbusters. Going outside and playing with G.I. Joes and Transformers and stuff. It's so crazy because, I'm a grown man with kids right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've really changed from when I mean, I'm obviously older and more mature and a parent now, but I never let go of those things. And I think that's what helps influence my music, is that I never did let go of those. So but it took many years, man, and a lot of hardships and stuff for me to get to the point to do the music I am now and make it sound like it does.
Yeah.
So, was that too roundabout, or was that pretty?
No, it was good. He's
yeah.
It's pretty in depth. Oh, good question. Good answer. I keep bigging myself up. That was a good question.
Question. Yes.
Okay. There's no structure to these questions, so if they appear to be all over the place, that's because they are.
No, that's good. You know what? I don't. I didn't want no questions like, "What did you eat for breakfast?"
Yeah.
Sausage roll.
Yeah.
Juice, and that would be the end of it.
Yeah.
You got.
Can't weave a story out of that one, really.
That's what we top type of stuff we talk about normally.
Yeah.
Like when we're on Facebook.
That's the life we lead.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I was going to say, I bet, one of those questions always gets asked is, where does the name TekForce come from? But that isn't on this list, so, you don't have to answer that.
No, I can. I can. Yeah. No problem, man. Well, I originally was called Technique 45.
Yeah.
That was my first rap name, and then it got shortened to Tech 45, and I don't know. I think when I created Tech 45, it was because I wanted something that sounded futuristic, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna call myself Technique. Like, my technique is on the next level.
Yeah.
And the 45 was just really a random number I came up with. When I started, I was like, it had no connection to anything. And somebody said, "Oh, you mean like the 45, like the LP records?" And I said, yeah, that's what I'm. And it sounded better the way he said it than the way that I came up with it. So I went with that. And then, God, I think it was a few years ago, man. I was working at this DJ school, a DJ academy, and one of the DJs was like, "Yo, that name Tech 45, dude. If you're trying to branch out and go certain places, when people hear that name, they're gonna think you're some type of militant dude, or you're gonna be talking about guns.
Yeah.
So why don't you be something like TekForce?" And I thought about it. I said, man, I actually like that better because that's more technical. That's more sci-fi. That's more along my lines. So I ended up going with that name a lot better, man. And that's what I've been ever since, is TekForce.
Yeah.
Esquire.
It's definitely I don't know. It just kind of fits better, I think.
It does, man. Especially when Danji's Designs did the TekForce logo and and tied my love of Tron into it.
Yeah.
It really, that's what I kind of had envisioned when I took the name on, was to have a logo like that, dude. And thank you for making my vision come true.
No problem, man. Don't worry about it. It's what I do.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you find that writing songs is therapeutic, like a good way to escape the stress of everyday life?
God,
Don't just say yes.
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 It is. And just sit there and look at the camera crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it absolutely is therapeutic, and the reason that it is because this life we live, man, and everybody has their own stresses, but this life we live is difficult as hell.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and just going out every day, man, you don't know what's going to happen or what your day is going to be like. What I have learned is when those times come, I take a pen to the pad or I type and I get those feelings out, man. And when I record a song and all those things are out, everything that was in my head, I feel better. I feel like I may not even have transcended the problem. I haven't solved the problem yet, but I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to solving it, and maybe, and just until recently, man, I didn't know that. I didn't get the feeling like, you probably heard artists talk about how their songs have reached them, like, Mega Ran, his songs reach a lot of people. And until recently, man, I didn't know my songs could do the same. Like, Level Up has reached so many people. And they've talked about how their love of games. They said, man, that song hit me in my heart. That song hit me right here. And I was just talking about my own passion, my own love. And New Game Plus is the same, man. And I'm glad that I was blessed in a way to convey my thoughts and feelings and give it to the world, man. So it's therapeutic. It helps me. I don't know what I would do without music, man. I don't think I've known a day without music from the day I've discovered it.
Yeah.
It's a part of me.
Yeah, I mean, even I'd say that, and I don't work in music, but it influences me the work I do. So, it's hard to imagine.
Yeah, man.
You can't have a world without it. Really, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you're I can tell your designs, dude, are based around music. Like when you did the Technical Truth album, and that's all music, dude. Everything in there is a scene from somebody's painted in words, whether it be Nas or it'd be whoever. It's the pictures that are painted go along with the music. They coincide with each other.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's a massive compliment. Appreciate it.
Man, man, I'm only gonna speak the truth, dude. I thank the people that support me, man, and I like to support them too, because we're all we got, dude.
Definitely.
We're all we got. So.
Yes.
I got so serious right then. We're all we got.
I know, it's like goes into a big speech.
Yes. My people. We're all we got.
Nice. Okay, I'm not sure how to follow down now. You've set the bar too high.
Hey man, this is, you know what, dude, I'm not one of those artists that, you know how much I joke.
Yeah.
It's my typing, man, and I like to enjoy life, especially in this. I can't be, well, it was the summer of 1985. A young TekForce was eating a bowl of Fruit Loops. I can't. How ridiculous would that sound?
I don't know. I kind of liked it.
Wait a minute. Well, man, that's how I should do. Next question, please.
It's about video games, so you try and not really deep about that. I was gonna say, if possible, what would you say? Do you have a fave video game or series, and if so, how has it influenced you personally?
Oh, good question. My favorite series that I've played. Man, I'm running through games right now in my head, and I think, man, honestly, one of my favorite series is Final Fantasy.
That's a good answer.
Because, yeah, man, Final Fantasy 7 in particular, dude, and I say that because, and God, everybody says Final Fantasy 7. It's just the one that sticks out in people's minds because of all the characters. And that particular game, man, because God, the music was so fantastic. And Nobuo Uematsu, he just is able to tap into the darkest recesses of his mind and come out with wonderful music.
Yeah.
And it just tied so much in with the story. That story was just, it was phenomenal. It was the first one that had full motion, you know, the CG, full motion CG cutscenes. And I think I've loved everything by Square over everything else. Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross. God, am I missing some? Secret of Mana. I love the Secret of Mana series, dude. And I've been always more of an RPG person. Shoot, that because of Final Fantasy branched off to like Luna the Silver Star. I think was one of my faves. I used to play Valkyrie Profile. God, as you can see, I'm an RPG dude.
Yeah, no, I can definitely relate to that. Yes. No, yeah, I agree completely. I'm completely biased to that opinion because they're like the games I'm into as well. So.
Yeah. What would you say was your favorite series? I'm flipping it. Flipping the script.
It's the same answer as you. It's Final Fantasy. But my favorite Final Fantasy is 9, just because it stood out from the rest. It was completely gear change in terms of style, and I don't know. It's like a complete nostalgia trip because it's like a throwback to all the early Final Fantasies as well. But it's like
with the white and black mages.
Yeah, and all like the references and the crystals and all that sort of stuff. And also, it's like I think it's like the last one that the original Final Fantasy team worked on before they all kind of started leaving the company and it kind of all started getting a bit dodgy. So yeah, got a lot of love for that game.
Square has been through a lot in its time, and man, I don't even recognize Final Fantasy anymore. It looks the Final Fantasy 15 looks like a reality show on MTV. With them riding around a Cadillac. I was like, man, this ain't Final Fantasy. Where's the Chocobos at?
Yeah.
You know, where's Sid in the airship? Is Sid, flying a American Airlines 757?
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're sitting up in a cockpit drinking martinis. Oh my God! Remember we killed Bahamut? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I have played the demo, and it is good. It's just, I know what you mean. It's like it just doesn't feel like the same game anymore. Yeah. I mean, I'm still reeling after the 13 series of games, which I've played all of them just to see what they were like, and I just can't stand them at all. They're so bad.
Yeah. Yo, is the demo's out on? Is it just on PC? Is the demo out on?
It came with that Type 0 that I've been hammering.
Oh yeah.
That is a good game. Because it's like that was out about 5 years ago on PSP, and it's like that is a massive throwback. It's got like a world map and airships and everything, but it mixes in like real time combat, so it's kind of like combat you're not used to, but a world that you kind of recognise. So it kind of mixes them together.
What's Type 0 out on? Because I've been meaning to get it. It's because they remade it for the consoles.
Yeah, it's on PS4 and Xbox for one, I think.
Oh, guess I won't be playing it.
Yeah. Either
one of those.
I don't know I honestly don't know why they took so long to bringing it to the West. It's ridiculous. And then they released it on like current gen. It's like you can tell it's a PSP game, even though they've upscaled the graphics. It's just I don't understand why they didn't release it over here, because like there's massive petitions and everything. Apparently that's the reason why it came over here at all. Yeah. Because so many people petitioned for it. But yeah, it is a very good game. So if you ever get a chance to play it in the future, grab that.
I will. Yeah. I'm planning to get a PS4, man, because I want to play the new Arkham game.
Yeah. That does insane.
That looks phenomenal to me, and I love the last two. I didn't play Origins because I don't think Rocksteady developed that one, and I kind of just trust what Rocksteady does because they really understand Batman.
Yeah.
So
good show.
But that Arkham Knight dude for sure I'm getting, because I got a lot of playtime out of Arkham City.
Yeah. That's amazing, actually. Okay, so back to the music. Out of the collaborations you've done so far, what has been the most fun? If you can answer that without like favoritism.
You know what, man? I think the funnest collaborations I've done, it's two people, man. It's Alpha Riff, which you may have heard of. I don't know if you've done any work for this gentleman back here.
Maybe.
And maybe some Digital Champions related stuff.
Yeah.
And Ashita.
Okay.
Those two guys, man, I've got to know them really well over I guess the past year or so. And you know, Alpha's my brother, man. So we joke around a lot. We did pour a cold one.
Yeah.
I think is it Poor God? I don't know, remember the name of my own song. But that song right there was really fun because it was laid back and it was talking about the two characters, Alpha and BB Stewart and being in the bar hanging out. It was the most fun I had on a track in a long time because it was just relaxed.
Yeah, you can tell that.
It was really cool, man. And Ashita, we worked together. As a matter of fact, in the DC thing, we're working on tracks for the new album coming out too. So that's going real good. And Ashita, man, has been that dude is something. I mean, I never met a cat that can match my own anime knowledge, pretty much pound for pound, and that dude does it. And I was real shocked because I'm older, older than Ashita. So I'm like, man, you don't know what I know. I'm an OG otaku in here.
Yeah.
And Ashita's like, man, I remember that. Blah blah blah, this and that. Blah blah blah, this and that. My homie showed me this, and I'm like, damn, internet, you messing up for anybody that's older to hang that shit on the younger cats. And we worked together on the VPC challenge, the Nerdcore VPC challenge. And that was fun because it taught me how to mix and master better. It taught me how to make sure songs are how they are structurally. So I felt like I learned a lot with him, and we just have fun together, man. And we actually just completed a song that is in a tribute to Gundam, the Gundam series that's coming out on another person's album. But those two guys right there, man. I mean, I have fun with everybody, but those two, because I guess they're the homies, man.
Yeah.
And we just have a good time together.
I guess that comes across in the music as well, like how much you get on with someone. It's
Yeah,
more of a
man.
natural process sort of thing.
Yeah, we're working. Me and Ashita specifically working on an album, Otaku Supreme, and it's going to be just a collection of anime-related songs, man. And we're doing one right now that's based on an old anime called Battle Angel Alita, and it's real dope. And I'm looking forward to, man. But those two dudes. Shout out to you guys because you guys are the bee's knees.
It's official.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I can vouch for how good, working with Warren. I haven't had the pleasure to work with Matt Shida. But,
Yeah.
Maybe in the future. You never know.
Hey, man, you will do this. It's, God, you getting so much exposure right now, D. I kind of wish I could see what things would be like for you in a year from now, because you're not going to be in the same position.
Okay.
In a good way.
Okay. It sounded like...
I'm not saying you're going to just be on a gutter somewhere.
Yeah.
You're going to be poverty stricken. No, I mean, you're gonna do successful things, dude. You got a great attitude. You're out to help people, and honestly, that's what people, that's what people see, man. That's what people want to work with, and it's gonna pay off for you.
Thank you.
I guarantee that. Mark, that's the word.
Future. You throw me now with a massive compliment.
I keep doing it, man. That's me.
It's just much appreciated.
That's just who I am.
So the other people that you've worked with so far, who are the people that you want to work with the most, sort of thing?
Oh man, I'd love to work with Mega Ran. Wait a minute, I already have.
Oh, take it.
Now, Brand was dope to work with though, man. He's such a cool guy and gave me he gave me a lot of tips on how to become a better in my own song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want people to do too. You want people to be honest with you, and he came through New Game Plus remix like phenomenally. I'm so happy with that. People I like to work with. Shoot, man, I'd love to work with Dr. Awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, Michael Hill. I like to work with. Richie Branson, definitely, man. Like to get him on the track, man. That dude is so busy. I might have to just put in with his secretary just for a meeting to talk about it. God, who else I want to work with? I want to work with who am I thinking of, dude? Now, man, there's several people that I want to work with. Let me look up. God, I'm trying to think because I know. I feel bad that I don't remember specifically, but give me a second. Who am I thinking of? Anyway, I want to work with a bunch of people, man. I want to work with a bunch of people, and I'm trying to. And you know, what's so funny, man, is that just this process of doing music, you don't know who wants to work with you, and you just do music, and eventually it's like I find every day, man, somebody new to work with. Like I found recently, this is a guy here in Dallas that I work with by the name of Hub, man, and he's a phenomenal producer.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually in the process of doing like a 6-track album, but it's gonna be all straight up video games. Like he got a hold of a whole bunch of SNK King of Fighters samples. Yeah, dude, and what he sent me so far is so phenomenal. I almost wanted to hug him, man. It just was, it's crazy. God, give me 1 second, dude. I hate when I don't have my stuff prepared. Let me see. God, Spotify, why won't you work for me, man? I pay you. Damn it. Anyway, we'll get back to that. Anyway, that's the people I want to work with right now. And oh, wait a minute, I got in. Hold on. I'm sorry to make you wait. My bad. So I want a web player. Oh, this dude named Odyssey that I want to work with. This fantastic artist here out of America. My music. Adam Warrock.
Yeah.
Adam Warrock I want to work with, and Tribe One.
Tribe One.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm sorry that took like, you know, an hour and a half with it. Yeah, man, bunch of people, but those top ones.
I think most of them I'm fans of, so any of them collaborations happen, I'll be there.
Well, if they watch this, guys, hit me up, and I love to come up with something dope.
Yeah,
definitely.
I can vouch for your dopeness.
Whoa! Can I get a recording of that? Put that on tech support.
Yeah, it's my official statement there. Yeah, use it. Sure, I'll send you a clip.
Please do.
So, okay, one question as well left. I was going to say in between your hectic life schedule, but then before we talked about how you just chill and eating a sausage roll. So it's like in between your hectic life.
Well, I mean, I have I have a hectic family schedule.
Yeah, exactly. So.
You know, outside of music, man, you know, I got my 5-year-old daughter and my girlfriend, and like I said, we're looking for a house and just stuff that they have to do. God, in the last week, it's the busiest we've ever been, man, because it was her mom's wedding.
Yeah.
And we had to go to a bunch of different brunches, go look for presents, go look for this, family dinner, all this stuff, man. So it was a busy week, dude. So I was glad today. I'm like, on Friday, I'm chilling.
Yeah, deserved it.
I mean, I do. I love to chill, man. I was gonna get on some Tron Evolution action on the PS3
Ah, okay.
this morning. Yeah, I've been playing that.
That actually links to what I was about to ask.
Oh, about well, okay. Well, ask the question.
Well,
I want.
I was gonna say, in between your hex schedule, do you find any time to play games or like read comics or generally nerdy stuff that you enjoy doing?
Oh yeah, I absolutely do, man. As a matter of fact, I read this recently.
Oh, okay.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
It's old school, but man, I had to pick it up because I love the Wild Stallions, and I've been reading obviously a lot of this, a lot of Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
So I've been reading I've been reading these books like a lot because they take place right after the movie. I think the second movie, and they're adult progression of stories. They're logical, they make sense, and they know the characters. As a matter of fact, they have a series coming out in June called The Ghostbusters Get Real. And this is where this new team meets the characters from the animated series from the 80s. And I'm really excited about that, man. I've been reading that. There is a book I've been reading called Ready Player One. Have you heard of it?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you get a chance to pick it up, man, it's being turned into a movie directed by Steven Spielberg. And it's about a kid who gets sucked up in this virtual world like a multiplayer online world. Yeah. But it's a dope book. I've been reading that, and God, just trying to finish this album. Just trying to finish this damn album. So it's
try not to look too traumatized when you say that.
I couldn't look more. Well, what the problem is that tech support, man, every time I say it's done, I come up with a new song. So I think the problem is just cutting it off and saying, hey, this is enough.
Yeah.
This is enough songs. So I think I got to that point. And now I got my dude, Cloth and Pop. He's mixing and mastering the tracks as they come out. So hopefully the next single, SDF1, will be dope. And I think the album is going to be good, man. I do.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it. I was going to say you could release, if you come up with additional songs, just release them as DLC. I think Megaran did that with his...
He did 3 of those.
Yeah.
He did. You know what? That's absolutely... God,
it's not a bad idea,
I don't want to bite his his stuff, so I have to... Maybe I can relate it to Tron.
Well, it's game related in general, so...
Yeah. That's true, but you know what? Rand is not even the type of dude to trip, man, because I remember when I remember when I first met Rand. This was like October 2013, and they came to Fort Worth because I talked to K Murdoch about doing New Game Plus.
Yeah.
And he had sent me the beat. We'd already finalized everything. And he said, well, man, I'm going to be up here. And Rand sent me an email, too. And I think he said, hey, what's up, Tech? Why don't you meet us over here at I think it's a place called The Grotto in Fort Worth. So I went there and I actually interviewed Rand and K Murdoch for my homeboy.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to interview him anyway, so I interviewed him. And I said, dude, yo, because I thought about it, I was listening to Level Up, and he had a song, I think, with Phil Harmonics that's called Game Over or something, but the hook is just like that. It goes up, up, down, down, left, right. And I heard and I said, oh my God, he's going to think I bit off of his style. So I was really concerned with it, man. So when I came up to Rand, I said, Rand, yo, man, the song Level Up, dude, I use the same hook. I say up, up, down, down, left, right. But I wasn't trying to bite. He said, man, do you know how many people have used that in their hooks? Don't even worry about it, man. He just kind of brushed it off like that's something we do. We're nerds. But that said a lot about him to me, man, as far as what type of dude he is, and then crazy life, man, crazy life, and God, when the album comes out, my dude, you're gonna get like one of those advanced copies.
Yes.
I don't know how I'm gonna handle CDs yet. I'm in the process of looking for a CD manufacturer, and God, I probably need you to do the back cover of the album too.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Well, you know, you do good work, so.
What can I say? You keep like every time you answer the previous question, it like part of it answers the next question as well.
Yeah.
So
what
like
was the next?
The next question was like it asking you about upcoming projects. What you'll keep an eye out for, and you just mentioned like tech support. So
I did, yeah, man. Tech support is you know, it's funny, man. A lot of people in the genre that I do, you know, nerdcore or you know, hip hop, whatever. They have an entire theme based around their album.
Yeah,
and all the songs are in accordance of that entire theme. And I think my theme is tech support, but it's more like me helping to save music, versus me being in some, you know, doing some other stuff. It's me saving music, because at the beginning of the album, I got one up on the intro, and the intro is basically he makes a call to me, and I come over and say, "Hey, yeah, I heard you know, you got trouble." He says, "Yeah, man, I've been playing Young So and So, you know, Young Street Corner, and my computer just broke down." I said, "Well, so here's your problem. You got whack music in here, man. What you need is some tech support." And that leads into the album. But that's the only like, you know, talking I'm gonna have on it. The rest is gonna be straight tracks.
Yeah. Well.
That's it, man. I guess I'm not too predictive. I guess I'm just not, you know, I mean, my creativeness is going into the Tron project on a whole.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Light Cycle Chronicles.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, Light Cycle
Chronicles is I'm really, it's really weird, because in the one hand I'm like, man, a lot of these kids have never seen the original Tron. All they know is Legacy.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I'm like, well, if they want to learn about it, they can YouTube it, or they can go get the movie. They can go see whatever. But I feel like I want to tell the original story. I want to tell the story that I remember, what led up to the new movies.
Yeah.
Because you gotta know your past to know your future. So,
it's deep.
So, well, yeah, you see how I think about Tron. Anyway, I'm like the first black character in Tron anyway, so I'm happy about that. I made my own character of Tron. It needed some diversity. I am the answer to that.
Nice.
And it's a God. If I talk too much, just tell me to shut up, man, because I sit up and talk about this stuff.
That's what you're on for, to chat away. Seriously, this won't go on as long as when I had Alpha Riff on. Seriously, that guy doesn't shut up.
No,
he talks.
No, Riff doesn't. No. He doesn't shut up, and he sends an amazing amount of memes.
Yes, he does.
I mean, he sends memes better than anybody I've seen that have nothing to do with anything.
No, just out of nowhere. You're like, what? Just derailed me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't get that one, but it kills him. Like, he's shout out to Alpha Riff, the Mean King.
Yep.
Mean King. That's your new name. I don't get it, man. I don't have many. I don't just go look for those. But
no, I've never clicked with those really. I'm usually just getting them sent to me as opposed to sending them to other people.
He's a cool dude, man. That guy right there is one of my best friends, man. He is a true blue guy, man. Yo, and shout out to you being on DC, hearing at the beginning of the album as that soldier. He said, we have to watch out for the armies. And I was like, wait a minute, is that Daniel on there?
It's so bad.
Yeah, man, you was on there getting your acting credit on.
Seriously, like the amount of takes I had to do, it's just for like the smallest part of the album. You could tell I don't do this. It's ridiculous. And then listen back to it.
Great. That's great though, man. I'm hell. It's the band of year for you because you are branching out, dude. You ain't just doing this right here. Now you're on the mic.
You just stick to drawing pictures. Nice, a visual reference. I could have done with one of those instead of just doing it from a webcam. It's like the worst quality ever. Ridiculous.
This is my meme right here.
Yeah.
Danji Designs. Vocal work coming soon.
I'll get Alpha to caption that.
Yeah. He probably will too when he sees this. He'll capture that and put some craziness on there.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah.
Yeah, man. But things are cool, man. It's a crazy process when you're an artist because some days, like you see me, some days, man, I feel like nobody's paying attention and nobody cares what I put out. And you got certain days when the whole world is seemingly behind you. And that's the way things are, man. And the hardest thing is about being an artist. Like you put out something, piece of artwork and you don't get the response you want. Mm-hmm. It's disheartening sometimes, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's painful. And it's one of the hardest things to do in this world as an artist is to keep creating it. Especially when you have those times you think nobody cares, but that's the times I guess you're supposed to create it more. Yeah.
You got to channel that negatively, I suppose, and put it back into your work.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's but mostly it's in my head because I'm crazy. Because people still paying attention, they still love what I do. But I think as artists, man, we look for that attention. Whatever that attention it brings us is something that we crave. Yeah. It's something that we desire. And as with regular people, man, they just go to work, come home, go to work, go home, do a Facebook post. They just got regular stuff that's going on.
They have a switch off point where they finish work and then you can just switch off.
They can switch off and then just go do whatever. We're not like that. We don't have that.
There's no switch off.
But it's also something that people, they admire. Yeah. It's something people that really connect to because they're like, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could connect with people like that. So it's crazy because I see that in my daughter now, like my 5-year-old. Yeah. Dude, she's not afraid to get in front of nobody and sing or dance or talk, whatever. She has no shy bone. I'm like, I was at least shy to a point. Yeah. It took me to my teens to come out of that. She's at 5 already on some Raven Simone level.
I think you posted a video of her throwing some crazy shapes like karate kicks and stuff.
Yeah. Well, she was dancing. She was at her she was at a school function they had hold at the end of the year to honor teachers, and they have a group of the pre-kindergartners go up there and do the pledge and do different things they say. Mm-hmm. Well, we were in there waiting, and there was a band playing. She just started, because there was a little girl dancing, she started doing what she was doing. Body kicks her. I don't know what she was doing, but she was going hard. So I let her do it, man. I was like, I told my girl, I said, I don't know where she got that from. She's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, it just reminded me of my nephew because he's just like that. He'll just go up to anyone and just start a conversation with them. Just no,
there's no filters, nothing. It's just
no, and he'll just he'll out and there'll be music playing. He'll just start dancing and doing stuff and swinging off things, pretending he's Spider-Man. It's just he just doesn't care, and it's crazy because you see it and you're like, God, I forget what it's like to be a kid.
It's amazing, ain't it? It's amazing how because they don't have the same. They don't have the same things we have to do. They have to worry about bills, a job, deadlines. Nothing like that. It's just it's pure life that kids have, and it's the same thing that rich people have. Mm-hmm. If you look at somebody rich, where they have everything, bills and all that stuff taken away from them, they might as well be a giant kid because they can do whatever they want and they don't feel the weight of the world. No. God, did I just get deep right there?
You did, but it's a very good point. At least you can, I don't know, I feel like you can relate more to a kid than it.
Techisms, Volume 1.
Techisms. You should should use that. could do like your techism of the day and just come out with something really deep. That's
yeah, you know what, man? That's what everybody else is doing on YouTube. Everybody's saying, you know, I've never seen so much useless videos. So many useless videos get so many hits.
Yeah.
How to tie your shoes.
Yeah. And it's all like
but it's
ironic, but people, like millions of people will watch it, and it's just like, oh, what?
What happened to just teaching your kid how to tie the shoes?
Yeah.
Now you got to have an instructional video. Look, man.
You've got to go through a screen to then get them to watch it, to tell them to do something you could have just done face to face.
Make sure you loop around. No, just show your child how to
just do it. Just stop filming it and do it.
just be an active parent. You know? And I'm not tripping. I'm not saying like the YouTube is bad, because there's some stuff like ABCs and learning letters and numbers that's really important that visually kids can get, but stuff like that I think is parent to parent. But I'm because
there's no quality control, so because you can literally put anything on there, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it is, really. You know?
Then we went all the way off subject to some parental roles.
I know, yeah.
We on our soapboxes right now.
Just like society.
One of us has kids, the other doesn't. So why are you on your soapbox, Daniel?
Well, my nephew is kind of like my son, so you know.
That's true. You know what? You did tell me that.
Yeah.
You did. So you do have a kid.
Yeah, in a way. I am a father figure in a sense.
With no child support, which is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. It's like it's being an uncle living with your nephew. It's like the closest you come to being a parent without the actual responsibility of actually being the father, sort of thing. So.
If my brothers were to have kids, I can know what that feels like, but they refuse to have children, which really saddened me. I love to be Uncle Darren, Uncle Tech. I love to be that, but they apparently don't want to have any kids right now. So is what it is. Maybe one day I'll be Uncle Tech.
One day. I forgot what we're talking about now. We've gone so far off subject.
What was the last question you had?
Upcoming projects. Okay, so tech support and the Light Cycle Chronicles.
Taco Supreme. Some work for the new Digital Champions.
Yep, new album.
Got two new albums in the works with local artists. So awesome. I got some busy stuff coming up too, man.
See, you got.
Oh, and I'll be in Austin July 25th and 26th for the Classic Games Fest. So it'll be like me, Doug Funny, One Up, the returners. There's a long list of nerdcore artists that'll be there, man. Nice. It's supposed to be dope. So it's Classic Game Fest. I get to take my son. We're gonna play some Pac-Man and Space Invaders and dominate. It's going down. I'm so excited.
See, that's why I hate living in the UK, because you don't have any of that sort of stuff. And then I just hear all you guys going, oh yeah, I'm going to MagFest and all this, and I'm just like,
Well, I have yet to go to Mag. My goal is to perform at MagFest, but it won't be this year, because when MagFest happens, well, wait a minute. When is MagFest? Hold up.
I don't know. I just see it.
I can't perform there because it's too late. They've already
registrations and stuff.
Yeah, but also at MagFest, dude, you got the main stage and you got the side stages where people can do. I wouldn't be on the main stage yet because I'm not on that level.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna apply to perform there next year.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm on the site now. See, February 18th through the 21st.
Okay.
Okay, well, wait a minute. The apps are open.
You know what we need to do after this then?
After this,
get straight on that.
TekForce will be applying for MagFest. You heard it here.
Yes.
Well, because man, I think you know what's so cool this year, man. I think the name is finally growing a bit. It's finally getting out there more for people, and I'm not on no higher level. I'm not like a War Rock or a Tribal One or anybody, but people are learning more about TekForce, and I think after I have a full album, full tech support, that's when people start paying attention to you when you have a full-length LP, full-length project. Then you can say, well, hey, I got my album right here. Go listen to it, like it or love it. I didn't say like it or hate it. I said like it or love it. I don't want you to hate it.
No.
If you do, you do. Because I'm sure there'll be some people saying like, man, that Tech, he can't rhyme worth shit. And, he has zero skills. His head is too big. Which they're right. I got a big head, man. I'm not going to lie. These glasses are like XL. They had to put like 3 frames together to make this.
Oh, shit, really?
Melt them down.
Just like forged them in a volcano somewhere. I don't know.
Right, it's made from the same material that Thor has for his hammer.
Yeah, just like, so you can just like, if you're like fumbling about, just go out and just like fly into your hand from across the room.
I can send these glasses off and bring them back like this.
Yeah. Don't know how that'd be useful, but you can always find it, I suppose.
Man, I gotta laugh at myself, dude. I laugh at myself.
You're a funny guy. In a good way.
I try to be, man. I'm sure after this I'll be crying.
Break down.
Oh, my life.
What have I done?
Nobody's listening to Level Up anymore.
I am. You'll have one constant listener.
Hey, man. As long as I got that.
As long as it's got me. I am your audience now.
You know what? At least I got one, man. Some people that are not listening to nobody. Like,
yeah.
I can't front, man. And it's the hardest thing to learn is patience, dude. It's patience. God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, patience is hard, man. Because you just want everything now, and then you might see other artists that are doing bigger things, but they might have a different situation, man. They may have more, marketing backing, more money, more,
And also the thing you got to consider is like some of their fans who've been like following from an early stage, and then obviously once you've had that, from early on, it grows from there. Yeah. So it's just different stages really, and everyone's like different viewpoints. So it's like the toughest thing to do is not compare yourself to other people.
That is it. That's what a lot of artists say that, man. They say don't compare yourself to no one else, and that's why I'm so glad, man. I found my sound finally, and I think I'm still working through that. Like I think I was talking with K Murdoch. I actually texted him a few days ago, and I told him I had an idea for my next album. I think I want K to produce the whole next album.
No shit, really? Damn.
And I want it to be like synth poppy, like 80s sound and hip hop. Like I want to take it back.
Yeah. And
I don't know where I'm going with it, but he knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So the 2016 album is probably going to be that album, man. And I might have K on it, and I possibly might have a couple of cuts from Robo Rob, because Rob does that really. Yeah, Rob, man, he knows, because we've shared synth pop artists back and forth over these months and whatnot, and I know he knows what type of sound I'm looking for.
Oh, nice. That's a little glimpse into the future there, then.
Yeah, man. I'm it's so bright that I gotta wear shades, even though I don't have any. What can you do?
Yeah. Okay, I think I've actually run out of questions.
Probably ran out of time too, dude. Must be 10 o'clock over there now. How long I've been talking?
No, it's good, man. It's been a good interview. Before you go, though, where can people contact you and see your music and stuff?
Well,
promote yourself.
Yes. All you have to do is look within your heart, and you'll piece of TekForce there. Now, man, you can find me. You can find me on SoundCloud.com/Tek TEK45. I'm also at if you want to read about me, kind of how I grew up and the influences on the site, you can go to technicaltruth.com. So TEKNICAL truth.com/TekForce. And hit me up on Twitter at TekForce Rises.
Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, man.
I appreciate you spending time chatting today.
Hey, man, thank you for again having me and interviewing. Your interview skills are top notch, dude.
Wow.
You had some great questions, and shout out to you, Danji Designs.
Big shout out to me.
Big for making the logo, for being a good homie, supporting the music, and I wish you continued success, my dude.
Thank you. You too, man. We'll. I'm sure we can do this again at some point in the future as well. Just update and stuff.
Probably after, let's do it maybe in August after the albums come out and I've done the July show.
Okay, yeah, cool. I can get you like a review on that sort of thing.
Yeah, or whenever you got time, because I don't know what's gonna happen to you during the summer.
Yeah,
you might be so busy.
I might be over there. I might be coming to see you in person. Oh no, I need money for that. No, never mind.
Never know.
But yeah, you never know. But yeah, cool. Thanks for talking, and yeah, see you next time.
All right, man.
Cool.
Once again, I want to thank the people, everybody that's supporting me to make sure this happens. Don't let life get you down.